Nothing else.
Very cool stuff.
Without a doubt. Thanks,
Kev.
Kev. Opening ceremonies of the Winter Olympics are tonight.
So this morning, we are eating like Olympic champions with a little help from our Holly Morris.
Good morning, everybody. Once again, we are at Marivana, and yes, they're having a huge kickoff party tonight for the Olympics, and they're going to be celebrating the Olympics for the next couple of weeks here with special fare. And as you can imagine, the topic's going to be all about the athletes and what's going on over in Russia, which is why we have brought in Doug Eldridge, who is a sports agent, managing partner for DLE, and headed over to Sochi.
Absolutely.
Right?
Next Wednesday.
Good for you. So when you talk about the Olympic stage, why is it that we have some athletes that nail it on the national stage, but the Olympic stage, the world stage, is just a whole different beast?
Well, I think it's two things. First of all, it's human currency. So anything can happen on any day. You can fall, you can trip, you can have a bad start. We saw some of that last night.
I know.
And the second thing is, unlike, say, the Super Bowl, where you contest it every year, the Olympics are every 4 years. So if you miss your shot, it's a long way to get back there.
It's a lot of pressure, and in fact, already people are talking about our local girl, Ashley Wagner. Pressure's on her after what already happened just last night.
Sure. She had an exciting entry point, first of all, just getting out of the trials, and then the first night of competitive skating. So the pressure will be on her moving forward. But if there's anybody that's well positioned to handle it, it's Ashley.
All right, well, let's talk about the other Ashley, Ashley Caldwell, our gymnast turned skier. Who could go to like 2 Olympics? She could have gone, you know, as a gymnast, and now she's like a freestyle skier.
Right. Well, not only is she a talented athlete and obviously a fervent Redskins fan, she's got a great backstory. She did make the transition from gymnastics to skiing, and most exciting, I think, probably for her and her family, is that she's finally over a string of debilitating and nagging injuries, and she's really ready to hone her craft and make a big splash.
The other person that we're going to be watching here locally closely is Elena Myers, GW grad.
Sure.
And, you know, they're talking about her being an elite pilot, so what's the chances there?
Well, it's very, very good for both the men and the women of the United States when it comes to bobsled. We just field really extraordinary teams, a lot of athleticism, a lot of power, and obviously in Elena's case, great handling.
Now, as an agent, you're going over there. Obviously, you're going to be interacting with your athlete. So as all this food is being delivered to us,
which looks delicious.
which looks great, which
Absolutely
these are the
delicious.
3 Sochi dishes that they're going to be serving here. How much of a distraction is it for the athletes over there in terms of a new culture and the party atmosphere and, you know, all of that?
Well, that's certainly part of it. But when I look at our 3 guys, Nick Farrell in the ski jump, Jordan Malone in speed skating, and Tucker West, the 18-year-old luge athlete, those are things that we don't have to worry about because those guys got where they are, not just because of their physical ability and execution, but because of their mental focus and fortitude. So now they really are at the sharp end of the stick. They're there for one reason and one reason alone, and that's to perform on behalf of their country. So when it comes to things like focus and maintaining that, that's the least of our worries.
That's the one thing you don't have to worry about, right?
That's the one thing we don't concern.
Do you cry when, come on, do you tear up when the Olympic flag or when the American flag goes up when a U.S. athlete wins a gold?
You know, it's on some level it's hard not to. When I was in London and you see the flag raised and you hear the anthem, thankfully so many times,
right.
It's hard not to get the lump in your throat and your chest beats a little harder because, you know, it's not a matter of cheering for a team. The Olympics are different in that you're cheering for the country. You're cheering for your neighbor, for your mom, for your brother, for your family, for your legacy. And so it's a sense of pride that really doesn't translate in any other capacity.
I cry like a baby every time. On my couch, I admit it. I love it. You want to borrow my scarf?
I love your scarf.
No, you want to borrow it.
I love your scarf. I'd love to pack it. Love it. That's great.
Well, good luck. Good luck to your athletes and be safe in your travels over there. MyFoxDC.com is our website. We have a link to Marivana. Don't forget about their Olympic celebrations going on here in DuPont Circle. Coming up in our next hour, we had our sports agent this hour. Next hour, 2 former Olympians join us to give us their take on the competition.